Hey, Genki Call here. It is the week of October 10th, 2022, and we have a ton of stuff going on this week. We've got Guild Wars, we've got Legends Reborn, we've got campaign tasks, we have the world event, we have just a ton of stuff going on. We are in Karakoth this week. Let me start off with the campaign tasks, because that's what I like to do. So, for gold, get 30 construct kills. Use the sorcerer class for 15 wins. Use the banner from Karakoth for 10 wins. For silver, get 30 purple kills. Explore Karakoth 2 times at difficulty 7 plus and win 5 battles in a single arena run. For bronze, earn 40 souls in battle. Kill Zul'Goth 1 time. You can only find him in PvP. You cannot find him in Karakoth, only in PvP. Use a Karakoth team for 3 wins. Use a tome weapon for 3 wins. Complete 1 delve at level 80 plus. Open 2 event chests. Win 2 dungeon battles. Craft 1 purple summoning stone. Summon a troop 5 times and open 3 gem chests. So, Guild Wars. We have Guild Wars. Be sure to go into Guild Wars, go into your defense area, and make sure that your colors for your teams match all of the colors of the day so that you can get your highest amount of points. Also, make sure you use 24 different troops down here and to get the most out of Guild Wars scoring. So if you don't understand the Guild Wars stuff, I have plenty of tiny tutorials on them. I will link in that section in a playlist that will pop up towards the end of this video. So if you have any questions, feel free to check that out. Also, you can let me know in the description down below, and I can either just answer or I can point you towards the tiny tutorial that you need. All right, for shop. Now, I already did this because this is my second time recording this, but be sure to grab your spoils of war. It will show up right here under resources. You get up to 10 event keys with your glory. I recommend doing that every week if you can because it's a fantastic deal for the event keys. Then head into weekly event and the amethyst giant will do damage to an enemy, then convert 5 yellow gems to purple giant gems. They're great. These troops are the same every week at this point, just different colors. Reduce damage from skulls by 50% and create a purple giant gem when I take skull damage. These can backfire on you. And I have tried using one of them, not this one, but one of the others in battle, and it was okay, but just not great. I do like the giant gems, but they can backfire pretty easily. I already grabbed these as well. I always get these up to getting 16 of these for me, or well, for everyone. 16 will get these up to mythic level for you. You get a bunch of these resources. Fantastic deal for trait stones alone. Plus, you'll get a troop that is guaranteed to be ascendable to level 20 for your power levels. See, I need 2 more up to level 20 here. Plus, I've got to medal some troops. Meh. Anyway, let's go over the troops that you can get here with your event keys. But first, let's go over what you can't get with your event keys. First of all, Zul'Goth, you cannot get with event keys. You cannot get him in a shop. The only way to get Zul'Goth is in the Soul Forge. He's a special craft, and that is the only way to get him. Other troops you will not be able to get are Niarmel, Deep Golem, got a couple more here. Darksmith and Deep Dwarf. These 4 troops are available from Dwergoroth only. In the underworld, you have to use your chaos shards there to get those 4 troops. The last one you cannot get is Meismer. He is a reward for doing Guild Wars. So that's the only way to get this troop. So let's go over the things that you can get with your event keys. All right, troops you can get with your event keys are Vashtagon, and he devours an ally, and you think, why would you want to do that? And if you're low level, it can be fun to devour an ally and see what kind of troop that he summons in, because he can summon in a mythic, and that lets you play with a mythic you normally wouldn't be able to play with. And he does some true scatter damage boosted by his life, and if he's devouring, he's getting more and more and more life. But the reason people generally want Vashtagon is his third trait here, which is curse a random enemy when matching brown. You can cast Vashtagon on himself because he's immune to devour, unless he is cursed or stunned. Stunned takes away the traits, curse means takes away the impervious. So that is why the curse is so good, because it's going to remove all positive status effects. If they're submerged, if they are blessed, it will cancel that out. Whatever positive status effects they have, that will be gone as soon as they get cursed. But it also removes their immunities, which means you can run Vashtagon with High King Iron Gut and be able to devour those impervious troops. However, there are now legendaries from the underworld that will curse without Vashtagon. But they curse on match 4s, not on matching brown. But Matron Velen, for instance, she uses blue and green, I believe. And, oh no, purple and green, sorry. But Matron Velen will curse and web an enemy on match 4s, or there's Indrajit who curses and burns an enemy on match 4s. So there are other options that aren't expensive. However, Vashtagon is the only mythic for Karakoth. So if you need a mythic for Karakoth, this guy, if you want to try for him with your event keys, I would recommend doing that first. And then, hold on. I don't remember what I was saying. Um, oh, right. If you could use your event keys this week, and then if you can't get him and you're desperate to have him, he is in the Soul Forge for this week only. All right. Other troops you can get. Aborith, he's okay. He removes all gems, which will have no effect on mana for your team. However, it will deny gems to your opponent. So if they were about to get a ton of one color that they need for their team, like a Divine Ishbala team with tons of yellow on the board, you could remove everything. If there are a bunch of Doom Skulls on the board, there's no way to avoid the damage from Doom Skulls. You could cast this guy, he gets some extra attack, and he's okay. I, I, I'm not fond of this troop myself, but he's okay. Medea actually like for delving and world events, or any event where you have a boost. She's really good for quick delves because she does damage to all enemies. She enchants and enchants ally demons and barriers all ally mystics. And so she can be fun to run on a demon slash mystic team. And all mystics gain 1 magic on 4+ gem matches, which is also very nice. So this purple number goes up every time you get a match 4+. Can't get this. Uvash Ka I was just using. He's fun to use. Converts all purple gems to Doom Skulls, and the Eldritch Minion is something you can summon in. If you happen to lose a troop, you can summon in an Eldritch Minion and then create extra Doom Skulls. And he has independent 25% chances to inflict curse or death mark on a random enemy when matching 4+ gems. When I was running him a little bit ago, he kept on death marking, and I was okay with that. Aramis. Aramis is our siege breaker. He is going to do 3 to 5 times damage to the towers. So that is Leonis Tower and all of the ones for the invasion event. And so he's actually not bad for that purpose anyway. Not even going to try to pronounce that. Does a range of damage to a random enemy, increase a random skill by 8. I mean, he's really just not a great troop. He does do death mark when doing skull damage, which is okay if you're using him as a throwaway troop. Dark Troll, on the other hand, is very good. Just like the Forest Troll, except he does purple. So double the number of purple on the board, then create 3 more purple, gain some souls, and inflict, again, death mark when doing skull damage. Deep Golem can't get him. Draxius. Draxius converts all brown gems to skulls, then curses and death marks all dwarves, and starts battles with full mana. So we do love the empowered skull converters. I do. Eldritch Guardian does damage to an enemy. This one's our Godslayer. He's just like the Siegebreaker, only this is for any troop with a red border. That's Zolgoth or the new Gem Dragons, or, Hetir, Ascendant, Scroll, Reborn, Enraged Karandara, any of those. He's going to do this 3 to 5 times damage. And next up, we have the Eldritch Minion, which I was just talking about. This is the summons for the other troop. Convert brown gems to purple, and if an enemy is cursed, gain half of my mana back, and it's empowered. Ferret does damage to the last enemy, drains all mana from them. This is the nice thing about Ferret. Bonus purple mana from purple gem matches. That's always a nice thing. Gelatinous Cube does damage to an enemy with 50% chance to devour them if they're webbed or entangled. So this would be good to run with something that either webs or entangles or both. And, 50% is pretty good. And it's immune to devour unless it gets cursed or stunned. Green Slime. Create 5 green gems and turn all green gems to purple. That can flood the board with purple. It can really flood the board. It can. And you get extra green mana from green gem matches, have enemy gem masteries. That means that they have a 50% lower chance to get a mana surge, kind of what it means. Did I skip these others? I did. Wait, that was green. I always mix these two up because they both have tentacles. Sorry about that. Okay, Keeper of Lore. Have the magic of the strongest enemy, then explode purple gems equal to the magic lost. I mean, yeah, he's okay. I don't like fighting him on extended battles because he does remove magic, but other than that, he's okay. I already went over this one, but since I'm here, I might as well just go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do that. Taking my time to do things. How dare I? Got 6 million souls. I think I can deal with that. Okay. All right. Speaking of souls, I'm going to go ahead and skip from here down to Sacrificial Priest because, good segue. Sacrificial Priest is excellent for soul farming. Sacrifice an ally. Deal 12 scatter damage boosted by their attack. And he starts battle with 50% mana. He is a necromancer, so 50% bonus souls from battle. I think I've got some soul farming teams I can link in for you at the end of this video. So using the Sacrificial Priest, but use 2 of him on a team with the Leprechaun and the Phylactery. Really, really effective. And you only have to trait 1 troop for necromancy that way. So if you're low level, that's super helpful. Tazaha. Damage to an enemy and web them with a 20% chance to devour them one way or another. Can dodge. Wall of Tentacles. Gain armor boosted by demon allies and enemies. All other allies gain 2 magic and 5 mana. And if it's up front, it will do some entangling, which is always nice, and it reflects some damage as well. Ancient Horror is one that you'll want to level up because he is a summons for different classes and different troops. And if you have him leveled up and traded, then he's more effective as a summons. But he does damage to an enemy. If they die, gain 6 points of a random skill. I mean, he's not super useful, but he's still a summons. So, and he gains bonus purple mana, which is also nice always. Darksmith, can't get that, sorry. Hellspawn, damage to an enemy and disease them, deal triple damage if they have a death mark. Sacrificial Priest, we went over that. Void Portal, I mean, he's useless unless you're on a soul farming team. He's completely useless, except to gain a little magic, but you're not going to have 12 or more souls, ever, unless you are defeating multiple enemies or using a soul farming team. But he is impervious. I mean, that's nice, right? Acolyte, create 9 brown gems, gain points to a random skill. It's not bad. Plus, he has necromancy and stone link. Bonus brown mana. Book of Secrets. This thing is a bounty troop. I remember when this guy came out. He's an either or type of troop, and I don't like that. Either summon a demon, or cause random status effect to all enemies, or deal damage to the first enemy. I really hate this kind of spell. I really do not like it at all. So I just generally don't use them. Corrupt Magus, curse an enemy and eliminate 44 from 2 random skills. That means, well, eliminate an amount. This is based on magic plus 1. Magic plus 1 from 2 random skills, meaning it could take 88. It could take 88 off of a single thing for me with this. It could hit the same thing twice, and those things it could hit would be magic, life, armor, or attack. Or it could hit 2 different things. We never know. Viva Las Magus. Las Magus. Vegas Magus? Okay, got it. Sorry, I get distracted. Netherhound. Damage to an enemy and hunters mark them, which is very powerful, and create 8 to 12 purple gems. I generally don't use this unless I'm limited on my mana generators and have to use Karakoth or something. Warlock removes all purple gems, which will only deny it to the enemy and boost the spell. And here's one of the ones that summons an ancient horror, possibly. Golem. Explode a gem, remove armor from all enemies boosted by brown gems destroyed, and you have the brown mana link, 50% skull damage reduction. Mismer you cannot get, and lastly we've got the Tome of Evil, which will summon a hellspawn, death mark a random enemy. It's okay for arena, but otherwise only useful for the magic link. Whew, boy, that's a lot to go over, and there's still so much more. Okie dokie. Next up, we've got... Okay, let's head in here. Events. So this week, Karakoth troops get plus 10%, and giants get plus 10%. So a giant from Karakoth, if they exist, will get plus 20%. And if you take the new troop into PvP or Explore, you'll get an extra 40 souls. So, nice. Legends Reborn. Let's explain Legends Reborn. So, you see here, we can do the storyline with 24 battles for Shentang 5 times. Every 3 days we'll unlock a new one. So you do the story 24 battles. The first time you will get this little sweetie pie. Yeah, I have to have it. I'll be doing at least the first one because I want it. Must have. If you do all 5 of the storylines throughout this 2-week period that Legends Reborn is running, you will get a guaranteed level 20 pet for Shentang. And he's so cute! Okay. Other than that, we have in the rewards area here. So this little symbol here, if you wonder why these have been popping up in your battles, it means that you've been fighting yellow enemies. The yellow enemies will get you one of these little things. I can't remember what they're called. When you collect 50 of these, when you defeat 50 yellow enemies, you will get your first tier free here for this. And then you will be able to unlock this. And 100 gems, you'll get one of these cutie little things that will buff Emperor Liang. Then you have to pay to get Huanglong's Full. This was originally called Qilin's Full, but they changed it because it supports a mythic. So absolutely want that. Am I paying $5 for it? Absolutely not. Basically, for each tier that you unlock here, you'll get the free stuff. I mean, if you play the game, you're going to end up with a level 20 pet for free just from playing the game. You have to pay each one of these tiers separately. So this one is 100 plus 150 plus 250 plus 350. It's a lot, but you know, if you're in a pet rescue and you buy a bunch of boxes, it's actually less than doing it in the shop for a pet rescue. But this is like $80 total to get the mythic, and this will be in the pet rescue drop table after the Legends Reborn events end. After it ends in 2 weeks, this guy will be in the drop table. You will be able to get this guy for free. It's just a matter of how long it's going to be before your guildmates or you find it in a pet rescue. So, in addition to all of these, all of this, you also get everything here if you buy the the money stuff, but I am not doing that. Anyway, let me see. I think that's everything. No, it's not everything. The rest of the events for the week. On Wednesday, we have a pet rescue. It's not Krabby. Wait, that says complete. Maybe if I wait for just a second here, la 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 la, and go back in, it'll show me because, oh, it's Islet. Islet is going to be the Wednesday pet rescue. Tomorrow we go to Dwergoroth. On Thursday, we have the Sorcerer class trial. Then this weekend, we have the bounty event. Okay, now we're finished. Look for those videos and playlists that I mentioned earlier on the screen right now. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye!